Welcome to Lecture 5, Reasons to be Uncheerful. Well, we could look at a newspaper, Daily Mail, for example, in the UK. Perhaps, I don't know, Fox News in America. We could pick up broadsheets, we could look at blogs, just go to Facebook sites or put yourself on Twitter and say obesity is great, or that you hate vegans, or you think killing animals is fine, and look at all the abuse that follows. We can make ourselves unhappy. How we respond to trolls, to abuse, to negative things in our life determines our life. But are there reasons to be uncheerful? Are there reasons to be pessimistic about climate change? For example, is this going to lead to a massive increase in diseases? And what's going to happen about climate change? And is climate change even man-made? There is some disagreement over that. Maybe it's just a case that quite simply, we are all doomed.
Do you think that we're doomed?
I think death is scary. I think illness is scary. Poverty is scary. I think war is scary. I think where the world is going is scary.
Now, if we are all doomed, does that mean that we think we're going to live a long life, except the planet's going to be destroyed, so our long life won't actually be very long? But if we are one of the few people who survive, we're going to live for ages because there'll be a lot of food around, but not very many people. Or will all the food be destroyed or burnt, or would the air not be fit to breathe? Or, well, I've watched enough zombie films to know that would be people running around stabbing and killing and shouting and raping and murdering people. Or is it just a case that climate change perhaps isn't as bad as it looks? Or is it not just climate change, but all the plastics and the air pollution? Or is it a case that we are destroying our future? Or is it we? Or is it my generation, depending on how old you are, is it my generation destroying your future?
My message is that we'll be watching you. This is all wrong. I shouldn't be up here. I should be back in school on the other side of the ocean. Yet you all come to us young people for hope. How dare you?
So, what about aging? By 2050, the Americans, 85 years old and over population, will triple. So that's by 2050, those aged over 85 in America, there'd be triple that amount of people. Clinicians and the public health community need to develop a culture of sensitivity to the needs of this population and its subgroups. Sensory changes, cognitive changes and weaknesses may be subtle or may be severe in the heterogeneous population of people over the age of 85. Falls, cardiovascular disease, difficulty with the activities of daily living are common, but not universal. This paper reviews relevant changes of normal aging, diseases, and syndromes common in people over the age of 85. Cognitive and psychological changes, social and environmental changes, and then reviews common discussions which clinicians routinely have with these patients and their families. Some hearing and vision loss are a part of normal aging, as is decline in immune function. Cardiovascular disease and osteoporosis and dementia are common chronic conditions at the age of 85. Osteoarthritis, diabetes, and related mobility disability will increase in prevalence as the population ages and becomes more overweight. Ages and more overweight. Can we do something about being overweight? Yes. Can we do something about aging? Well, telomeres, CERT1, maybe, but we can do something about the quality of aging. So don't get pessimistic about all these nasty things from this study, this osteoarthritis and diabetes, mobility, disability, etc. On the other hand, if you do, you will become more pessimistic. So maybe that's a good thing. Anyway, let's continue. So we talked about being overweight and we've talked a bit about population aging. So these population changes have considerable public health importance. Caregiver support, services in the home, assistive technologies, and promotion of home exercise programs, as well as consideration of transportation and housing policies, are recommended. For clinicians, judicious prescribing and ordering of tests includes a consideration of life expectancy, lag time to benefit, and patient goals. Furthermore, healthy behaviours starting in early childhood can optimize quality of life among the oldest old. Healthy behaviours in early childhood. Now, is that taught at school? Healthy eating, exercise, mindfulness, well-being, sleep, being nice to others, voluntary work, diet. Is that taught at school? Is that taught in the home? Anyway, that was from the paper Age-Related Diseases and Clinical and Public Health Implication for the 85 years old and over population. Let's move on to the next lecture.